people at risk of losing their homes as rising costs squeeze DFW families. One recent analysis of court data finds more than 50,000 eviction cases filed in 1 year in Dallas County alone. And you may be surprised to hear who is impacted the most. Senior investigative reporter Scott Friedman tonight with the new face of eviction and what might help break the cycle.
It's the moment so many DFW families fear. The constable shows up, movers put everything out on the lawn, and the search begins for a new place to sleep. More than 950 times each week, more than 4,000 times each month. That's how often families are facing eviction lawsuits right now just in Dallas County. And according to one legal aid group, half are parents raising kids. About a third are single moms.
I just grabbed me and my kids and they were just throwing everything out, just putting everything out.
When Tasha Broussard was evicted, her 4 children lost the place they called home too.
And me and my kids just sitting there looking, then they look at me and that's like, but mom. And I'm looking like, I don't know what to do.
With help from volunteers connected to the 4 Oak Cliff Community Center, she was able to get back on her feet and find a new apartment. But already she says she's struggling to make the rent and fearing another eviction.
So I'm behind a bit, well, not a bit, but a lot, but you know, I try to make it.
But making it can feel like an impossible task because here's the thing. DFW apartment rents have risen so much they now far exceed what many low-income families can afford. Tasha says her rent is almost $1,700 a month, but she brings home only about $1,600 a month, working as a patient care technician at a local nursing facility.
Y'all have fun at school? No.
Yeah. So after a full day at work and picking up the kids at school, she's often back to work, taking on other small jobs, trying to cover the rest of the rent and other expenses.
I do hair, I clean. I mean, I'm a jack of all trades, but a master to nothing. I would do whatever it takes to take care of me and my family.
The cost of housing leaves nothing for meals, which Tasha says come mostly from SNAP benefits or trips to local food banks. The daily battle to feed the family and pay the landlord, leaving little time for anything else.
And what is it inside that keeps you going? Because that takes a lot of determination.
My kids. I look at them, they all I got. You know, it's just me and my kids. Some days I get up and I'm like, oh God, I don't want to go to work. I ain't got the strength to make it. And I look at them, Mom, I got this coming up. I'm like, okay. Put on my shoes, brush my hair.
They give you a reason to keep fighting.
They do.
They're working as hard as anyone I know.
Attorney Mark Melton, who founded the Dallas Eviction Advocacy Center, says the stories of moms like Tasha reveal the troubling reality of the city's housing affordability crisis. 5 years ago, Melton says he could help a family find an apartment for maybe $900 a month. Today, that same apartment is $1,400 or more, and paychecks have not increased that much, which is why he says more parents with jobs are being evicted.
These are not bums sitting on a couch, playing video games, doing nothing. These are single moms that are working multiple jobs, just trying to put food on the table for their kids.
Adding to the stress, Melton says Texas law makes it easier for landlords to evict families quickly.
Texas has one of the shortest time periods between a breach of the lease and removal of any state in the United States.
Leaving little time for people to find a way to pay the rent or find another place to land before being sued for eviction. Credit counselors tell us that's putting more Texas families on the brink.
Evictions are definitely on the rise. It's probably higher than anywhere else in the U.S. Again, because after one missed rent payment, you can go to eviction and start filing notices.
And having an eviction lawsuit on your record makes it harder to find another place to rent.
Most apartments out there will not even consider your application if you've got an eviction suit on your record in the last 2 years.
During the pandemic, Texas halted evictions. But since the state lifted those restrictions, DFW courts have been flooded with eviction suits.
It's messy right now. It's messy times.
Dallas Chief Deputy Constable Eduardo Salazar says his staff is just trying to keep up, serving eviction notices and providing families information about where to turn for help. The constables see the emotional toll, especially on kids.
This, by far, is the hardest job that I've ever had. By far.
Tarrant County courts are swamped too.
People are paying more for gas, paying more for groceries, paying more for rent, and the only thing that's not going up are wages.
Judge Sergio De Leon often has 60 eviction cases on his morning schedule, hearing from families like Brian and Ashley Tolliver.
My husband has been the only one really working.
She explains she's pregnant with her second child, a high-risk pregnancy reducing her ability to work, putting them behind on the rent.
Due to the lack of hours, my husband has actually been our sole provider. He works full-time, he works every day, every week, but it's just not enough right now. Everything's getting more expensive.
It's often a sudden loss of income or an emergency expense that lands a family in eviction court. For Tasha Broussard, there's little time to focus on the fear of what might happen. She's focused instead on finding a job with a higher wage, applying to local hospitals, hoping for a hand up and out of housing insecurity.
We're pulling it together, girl. We're getting it together. You get the ball.
Meanwhile, she says she's getting by on the goodness of neighbors, nonprofits and families giving shoes, clothing, and helping cover emergency expenses.
Nothing but wrapping their arms around me. Nothing but come in. Let me help you. Let me meet you where you're at.
One of many Dallas moms finding a way to survive in a city that feels like it's priced them out.
You know, you have to be mom. You have to be that superhero and still put that cape on every day and go out there and wear a smile when it's pain and nobody sees the pain that you have, you know, because you have to put that smile on to keep going every day.
And Scott is here with us now. Scott, what can be done to help more families avoid losing their homes and find places that they can afford?
Well, housing advocates, Brian, point to three things. First, they suggest changing state law to give renters just a little more time when they get behind. Landlords say they need to be able to evict quickly to deal with problems like squatters in buildings. But legal aid groups say even a short time, maybe a week, would help more families either figure out the rent or find a place to land and avoid the mark of an eviction lawsuit on their credit. Advocates say there's also a need for more one-time rent relief programs to help families make the payment in that 1 month when they have an emergency. And long-term, they say we need more public and private investment in affordable housing. As a city, we're just not building enough apartments that lower-income working families can afford. So we'll keep digging into what might be done to address that as our reporting continues.
Such a critical issue. Thank you, Scott.